there was a list that came out. So the Ducks are playing on the Big Nooner this weekend against Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
Get your Big Nooner fever on. And Fox, because they're getting ready to air the game, they do a daily ranking thing on their college football page, the Fox college football page.
Is that with R.J. Young?
It is not an R.J. Young
I don't see
ranking.
as much R.J. Young this year as I used to.
God, we don't see I don't know how my algorithm got rid of him, or maybe he got fired. I don't know. I've never consumed his content, but that guy doesn't deserve to have a job. He should get the Emmanuel Acho treatment. They have ranked at Fox the top 10 Oregon football players of all time.
And
the
top 10 Oregon Duck football players of all time?
Do you think you can guess the top 5? Now, this is all time, so you can't just go you got to think all-time names.
Norm Van Brocklin.
He is number 4.
Haloti Nada better be
number
on that
3.
List. Mariota.
Mariota's number 1.
I've got to think about this carefully. LaMichael?
LaMichael's number 5.
So I'm only missing one more.
You're only missing one more.
So you're saying this in a way that it's like egregious, but I've
No,
guessed
it's not the top 5
so far.
It's just some of the names that are missing in the rankings and where they show up. And I also have a hard time.
Is it a defensive player or offensive player?
It's an offensive player.
It has to be Dan Fouts.
It is Dan Fouts.
Okay.
What were his numbers at Oregon?
Why are you have like this is egregious nature to you about did you want Patrick Chung in this?
I mean, Patrick Chung was a stud.
He was an absolute unit.
Give me TJ Ward in there.
Where's
Ed Dixon when you need him,
my
dude?
God.
Why is the Garrett Blunt not in this? He won us a Civil War and sent us to the Rose Bowl.
Well, he got suspended
and rightfully knocked out a guy for using a racial slur.
Well, we were all fans of him in that moment.
The rest of the top 10, Mel Renfro, number 6. By the way, Fouts, your top 5 went in this order.
Yeah.
Mariota 1, Fouts 2, Haloti Nada 3, Norm Van Brocklin 4.
Who could
LaMichael
forget
James
the Norm
5.
Van Brocklin days?
I mean, I just,
Swag, what year did Norm Van Brocklin play at Oregon?
I want to say
like in the 50s?
So when you were like, what, 7?
Stop it.
Were you 8?
Dude, I'm going to come in there and do what Dirt did.
You are incapable of a fight.
I'm not talking about that.
He's not talking about a fight.
Fart on me?
He's going to come rip one on you. He was at Oregon. Golly, where is his college career? I mean, he was born, do the math. He was born in 1926.
How depressing.
So, see what you did there.
You know what I mean?
Like, what are we doing? Stop it.
He's with a first
Stop
grade.
Stop it.
Was he a tall fur or a duck?
He was a tall fur, probably. The rest of your top 10. So, Mel Renfro is 6.
Okay.
Gary Zimmerman, 7.
Yeah. Zimmerman underrated, by the way.
Joey Harrington, number 8. DeAnthony Thomas, number 9.
Wow.
I'm going to give you
Royce Freeman, number 10.
Where's J.J. Burden?
Yeah.
No J.J. Burden.
Wow.
Also, I'm
going to give you a very hot DeAnthony Thomas take. One of the more overrated Oregon players ever.
Wow. That's a really hot take.
I thought he'd be Reggie Bush. He wasn't quite that.
I mean, go be the greatest college football player of all time, and anything short of that makes him a disappointment.
You're fast.
Can I do fact or fiction on Dan Fouts, too?
Yeah.
If we're talking professional career, I get it.
Fact or fiction, so where's the fact and fiction?
Do you know what his touchdown to interception ratio was at Oregon?
I couldn't tell you anything.
We're going to do this again. What was it? Fact or feelings, I think, was it?
Fact or feelings.
Fact or feelings was our segment?
Fact or feelings.
You mean touchdowns he threw in his Oregon career?
Ooh. How many years did he start or play?
He played, essentially, it looks like he was a 3-year starter.
Okay, 3-year starter.
Yeah, he might have been there when freshmen still didn't play.
His 3 years at Oregon were 1970, 1971, and 1972.
Total touchdowns, 3-year starter. Dan Fouts threw 31
28.
touchdowns.
37.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we shorted him.
Pretty good. You know how many interceptions he threw?
Probably
well,
25.
going to be high. Yeah, it's going to be like 19.
54.
Oh.
What are we doing here?
His offensive line wasn't very good.
I'm sure it wasn't. The program was not the same. How is that the second greatest Duck of all time? Again, you have to separate, because if certain guys are on this, Haloti Nada should be higher for doing professional careers. He's one of the greatest defensive linemen in the history of the NFL. But if NFL stats don't matter, then DeAnthony Thomas did nothing in the NFL, but he's in the top 10.
I saw now this is true, I'm assuming, okay, because it was a graphic, and he
had 37 touchdowns and 54 picks in his Oregon career.
I may have heard this too, but you can correct the record.
Is that
here.
higher than Justin Herbert won a Rose Bowl?
Facts or feelings? Haloti Nada was not allowed to practice as often because he disrupted so much.
I don't know that.
I saw that graphic.
Seems like it's one of those myths, made up myth things that
but
maybe.
Also, I believe it.
Like he's just blowing everything up. Like, dude, we can't can't run anything in practice. Please stop.
I don't know if it's facts, but I feel like that is accurate.
Yeah, I just, look, some of the old-timey stuff, that bothers me in certain sports. Like, no offense to Norm Van Brocklin, but what are we doing here?
Look, I'm giving you a hot take on
DeAnthony
Anthony Thomas. I feel like you're giving me maybe a scorcher on the Dan Fouts because I think he's so beloved.
Dan Fouts is beloved. I have no issue with that. And you could say he's had the best career of an NFL quarterback in Oregon history. There's no doubt he's a Hall of Famer.
Who do you think should be number 2? Give me one.
Not Dan Fouts. I'll start there.
Should I just do a poll question? Should
Haloti
Dan
Ngata
Fouts...
should be number 2. Haloti Ngata is one of the best defensive linemen that we've seen in college football in the last 30 years, and then to went on to be one of the best. And I don't think NFL should be a part of this, but clearly Dan Fouts being number 2 tells me that you're using pro stats as a part of this. And if that's the case, then Haloti Ngata should be number 2. LaMichael James should probably be number 3. And then the rest of it's up for debate. I did find it interesting that Joey was the only other quarterback in the top 10. That Royce Freeman was the other running back in the top 10. Royce Freeman had a great career.
He had a really nice career.
But I don't think...
Do you think he's top 10, though?
I think people sleep on his career.
Who had a better career, Royce Freeman or DeAnthony Thomas? Are you attaching wins? Like there's some pretty high level wins with DeAnthony's era.
Yeah,
Royce didn't quite.
It got
have
ugly
those.
at the end of Royce's era because he hung around. He was after that, and
Well,
he got more of the Helfrich stuff.
It was his last. Yeah.
So yeah, and then he didn't play in the Vegas. That was year 1 under Cristobal. He went all the way to Cristobal.
That's when I got blocked by Kirk Herbstreit. I defended Royce Freeman.
Your DeAnthony Thomas take is scorching hot. I think there's a lot of people who agree with the assessment.
I just remember his recruitment, and he was amazing. I'm kind of half joking, but also I did expect
he was not Reggie Bush, and that is the reason
not
people
Reggie,
will
but I
view
expected
it as
pretty damn good, like amazing stats.
I mean, he had good. He was a.
What were his numbers?
I'll pull him up. Okay. You ready for this?
Yeah.
He also had. I mean, he touched the ball twice in the Rose Bowl and scored touchdowns. One from 90 yards and one from 70 yards. So that's part of it.
He's got all-time highlights for sure.
So his rushing yards, if you just look at total yardage, that's what you'd have to do for him. Total scrimmage yards, he was there for 3 years. Okay. Third year, he got banged up, didn't play a lot. He only played in 10 games in 2013. He had 1,200 total scrimmage yards and 16 total touchdowns his first year, and 1,200 total yards and 16. So he scored 41 touchdowns in 3 years.
Unbelievable.
Man, that's a pretty good career.
That's not bad.
That's pretty solid.
Royce Freeman, though, and Anthony Thomas, better career.
Royce Freeman's the all-time leading rusher in Oregon history.
So is it Royce?
No. I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Because you're remembering the finish line.
How was Jonathan Stewart not in there?
Oh, that's a great
How was Jonathan Stewart not in there? I just Kenyon Barner had a great career. And is Joey the second great, or I guess in this case, third greatest quarterback in Oregon history?
Well, you seem to be dismissing anybody that played before 1970.
Well, I am. Norm Van Brocklin shouldn't be on the list. Stop it. Just get him out of there. Dan Fouts was not good.
Dwight James will tell you, Norm Van Brocklin slang it the best of anybody.
I don't know. I saw this. A Husky fan actually texted this in earlier. It's like, hey, Dirt, if you want to see a list for some material, go check it out. And I'm like, how bad could it be? Dan Fouts being number 2 made me yell.
Okay, totally understandable when you hear that he had 50-plus interceptions and 30 touchdowns. Like, that ratio is not great. Such a different sport. It's weird to evaluate now.
It's hard to compare eras. I get
the way we view it. Also, how many programs, like Oregon State's down right now, right? But if you did a top 10 Oregon State players of all time, you wouldn't get universal consensus on that.
And how many of those guys would come from the 1960s and you'd be like, really? He's better than...
The Giant Killers would have like 4 players.
Right. We sure he's better than Steven Jackson?
You know,
sure about that?
They beat OJ.
He's better than Quiz? Are you sure about that?
Oh, dude,
really? James Rogers? Really? We're going to do that? All right. Well, there you go. Top 10 Oregon players of all time, according to Fox Sports. They have the big nooner this weekend.
I'll put the poll question about Dan Fouts. You hate Dan Fouts. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I mean, his highlight in my lifetime is Waterboy. I didn't ever watch him in the NFL because I'm too young, so I don't remember him in the NFL.
His highlight for you is Waterboy?
He was great in the Waterboy.
He was an NFL broadcaster for years.
He was great in Waterboy. Would you do this, and should more schools do something like this? I thought this was pretty smart.
Swag's mad because he was at those Oregon games when he was a boy.
He was the ball boy for Norm Van Brocklin's teams in 1949. Did they have the forward pass then when Norm Van Brocklin played?
It blew his mind when he watched him.
Does Norm Van Brocklin, I can't remember if it was, I think it's the Rams. Does he still hold the record for most passing yards in a game? It's like 456 or something.
Who could forget, man?
A Van Brocklin jersey
would both go to hell.
What? What did I say? I said
MVB. His first year in the NFL was 1949. That's when Norm Van Brocklin went to the NFL.
Dude, an Oregon Duck Van Brocklin jersey would absolutely be amazing to see.
Out the modern jersey,
the modern jersey
with Van Brocklin.
Customizes it Van Brocklin. That would be pretty badass. You have to admit.
That would be pretty.
What was his number at Oregon?
I have no idea.
Swag. You had the jersey back in the day. What number was it?
What are you looking at me for?
Because you wore his jersey at the game.
My parents had barely been born.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad. Wrong Swigard.
Looks like no, that's an NFL jersey. 25, maybe? He was number 25, I think.
Sounds about right.
He was number 11 in the NFL. I think he was number 25 at Oregon. Yeah.
You get knocked down a few notches wearing that number at quarterback.
No longer top 10? We knocking him out of the top 10? I'm putting him out of the top 10.